What is going on, everybody? It is David Palmer, Leo King, and this is my show, Uncut Astrology, my weekly astrological forecast where I take off the mask or the veil and I go deep into the week of September 2nd through, let's say, the 9th, Wednesday to Wednesday. Here we are. This is the September you will remember. If you want to get my whole entire September report, you can download it now at inclusiveastrology.com and get a horoscope like you have never seen before. It's available now. But it is a September to remember because we have got an eclipse coming. Well, 2 eclipses this month. So we are in Fate Train City. Whoop, whoop. That's because this is a lot of fate coming into our lives. Fated events that are feeling overwhelming. This week is especially powerful because Venus comes out of retrograde. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why this month is so powerful. Well, if you watch the horoscope, I go into the whole thing. But remember, this is eclipse season. We are stepping into a very, very karmic time, a very sensitive, energetic time on Earth. This is also a big switching of chapters because I always believe that eclipse time is where we turn chapters in lives. And in this life especially, and this is so powerful because it's happening in Virgo, which the last solar eclipse was in Pisces. And that last degree of Pisces is the most difficult degree in the zodiac. And here we are going to be switching gears. So let's stick with this week though. Number one, it's pretty chill Wednesday and Thursday coming into Friday with the moon in Taurus. This Jupiter that's entered Virgo, the sun in Virgo, there's a lot of chill energy. And I think it's to regain our energy, get things organized, get things straight. It's been a little hectic, this year. 2015 has been all over the place. And we have a crazy weekend coming up. That's because this is going to be the 3/4 square of the moon, or the 1st quarter square of the moon in Gemini. And when you have a Gemini moon, a sun in Virgo, and it's all squaring, and we have all this Neptune in Pisces, and we've got all this Chiron in Pisces, things scatter all over the place. It can be very exciting. It could be wild. This is a Labor Day weekend for Americans, so this is a holiday weekend, and it's going to be where you cannot just keep things steady. There is going to be energy moving all over the place this weekend, and I think that spiritually speaking, this is us really moving around our energy in order for us to understand things clear, look at our mind, really see the powerful signs from the other side of the universe and make the changes that we need to. This is a weekend to make changes. I'm just going to be honest, with the Venus stopping as well and going direct in Leo, this is an extreme moment. There's a lot around our value systems, our relationships that are going to be revealed this weekend. So this is going to be a weekend that's going to reveal facts and things that maybe you don't want to see. And then on the other hand, it's going to reveal the stuff you do want to see. You're going to realize this relationship is, oh my gosh, especially when you have this big quarter square of the moon, it's a wake-up call. In Gemini, it's going to be like, here's the facts, here's the thing. And with all this energy that's in mutable signs, it becomes a circus a little bit. So I just want people to know that coming into the weekend, there's a lot of stability in order for you to get prepared for the weekend. And Venus, when it stations, creates this very unique energy. This is also Mars and Venus, which are coming up in the morning now and rising, which Venus has now become the morning star. Venus has been the evening star for the last year and a half. And here it is moving into the morning star. I love Venus in the morning star position. I'm just going to be honest. I do much better in life. My 18 months of life always go much better with Venus as the morning star because I was born with Venus with a morning star. So look at that in your chart and see how Venus works with you. Was Venus an evening star when you were born, or was it a morning star? And Venus coming up in the warm morning star now in Leo in the rising in the morning is making our days feel great to start with. But it's that Saturn in Scorpio that kind of comes around later in the energy, and there's this kind of finishing up of Saturn in Scorpio. Remember, it's at the 29th degree on September 17th. We're finally going to get out of Saturn in Scorpio. So as all this stuff is building in our life, and a lot around relationships, and a lot around getting a lot of things to reveal of what we need to change in our life, this is a powerful time of change. Changing your routine, changing your schedule. And this week is all about the revealing in what you must finally do. Getting the facts straight, having the hard conversations. Saturn's in Scorpio, which means this is not easy transitions. This is not easy changes into your schedule. It's not just going to be like, oh, I just went to the gym and I just started this and I'm just going to go start this and I'm going to this now. No, 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 no. This is like, oh my gosh, my whole life is changing and my whole schedule is changing and it is so intense and it is so intense and deep within myself. This is Mercury making a quincunx as well to Neptune as we come into this week and weekend, which can kind of make things a little bit foggy because Mercury in Libra already is kind of a wobbly place for Mercury. Mercury, he's got to figure out a lot of things. He's got to weigh out things. He's got to look at numbers on both sides. He's got to go talk to both people. He just can't figure something out without talking to both sides of everybody. So there's a lot in our lives right now where we're all over the place. We're all over the place. You're going to feel it the most this weekend. But it's so interesting that after this crazy weekend happens, the Sun trines Pluto and it's a reset. It's like, you know, when the computer finally, all the programs start getting crazy and everything's like, oh my God, la, 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 la. And then the next thing you know, oh my gosh, it freezes and then it resets. That's what this week is all about. All this energy building up, squaring, immutable signs and change, and oh my gosh, and you've already been going through it. You know, with all this Venus retrograde and everything that's been happening, Mars and Venus just conjuncted, it's like, it's time, it's really time for the full reset. This Sun trine Pluto is all about now starting to see that your life is in a good positive change and you have seen all the weird, crappy, shitty, icky, gross, weird, not understanding, difficult aspects. And finally there is some sort of like, by the end of this weekend into Monday when Mars trines Uranus, it's like, yeah, I'm ready to go, baby. I'm ready to break free. I'm going to step into this new self. I'm going to follow my heart now. I have reset the computer. I've seen what things don't work. I've seen what programs don't work. I've seen what relationships don't work. I've seen the things in my life I don't want anymore. That all comes. I mean, really, we come into next week like it is beautiful. It's the moon going to come out of Gemini into Cancer and then into Leo and get ready for that eclipse that's going to be next week. So, you know, we are at, before the extreme fate happens, a lot has to change. People are, you know, I always say this is when, right before the door closes, this is where things are coming in at the last minute. Everything's coming in last minute, last effort. There's a lot of last finishing touches right now, and especially this week, patience has got to be key. There might be a lot of patience tested this weekend with this extreme amount of energy all over the place. And remember that Mercury is getting ready to go into a retrograde as well, coming up on September 17th as well. So we are in a shadow period of Mercury, and Mercury is going to start to slow down. So it's like, this is always where things kind of like last minute start getting daggered and darted in our lives. And we want things to be done so powerfully. You know, Mars and Leo just wants to punch it now and get that thing that it wants so bad. Yet it's coming at a time where it's going to get ready to square Saturn. And that's going to be next week. We're going to talk about on how it's so weird how the universe works, you know. It really is. But this week is about just resetting all the craziness, the static that has not fully left your situations of change that have already been underway since Jupiter entered Virgo a couple of weeks ago. So it's almost like you've been going through the change, but in the middle of it, you haven't been able to shake off like the dirt as you're. I mean, literally, I'm constructing this new Leo King office, and it's like my hands are all messed up and cut, and I've got, you know, my sandal broke, and I had to like put like duct tape on it, and I haven't had time to go get a new sandal. Like, you know, it's like there's change is happening, but all the last things that you need to have changed or the extra dirt that needs to clear hasn't cleared yet. And watch relationships. I mean, this is extremely powerful. This is going to be where relationships, like where they really feel like they might be done. Like, wow, that relationship is done. I'm ready with Mars and Venus conjuncting. It's like, now I know what I want. I know what I want in a relationship, and I'm ready to go get that. And so it could feel like, wow, there's these new partnerships coming together that I really want to feel and that I really am at. And so that's going to be really amazing and really great. But other than that, this week is more of the preparation for the extreme September that you will remember, which is going to come up in the middle of the month with the eclipse, Mercury retrograde, Saturn leaving Scorpio into Sagittarius. We've got a lot happening. So I hope you're ready. Jupiter opposed Neptune. There's a lot of that stuff coming. And if you really look at the astrology right now, as Jupiter is starting to oppose Neptune, I'll just say this last. You know, in order for us to make these big opportunities happen in our life, and you have to be very aware of your own self-undoing patterns. The only way to really make your dreams come true now is you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to be real about where you're unconscious in your life, or where you're not facing parts of yourself that, you know, are bad or are difficult. And on another end of this, you know, the other end of this is where you need to like relax a little bit. I know there's a lot of things that you want to have done or to change and to get done, but you got to learn to relax. So it's kind of a weird thing. Jupiter opposed Neptune in Virgo and Pisces has never happened in our lifetime before, unless you were born in the 1850s. So, you know, it would have been possible then. So, or 60s too. So it's been a long time. We've never experienced this amount of needing to feel like we need to change our lives and get things done, yet learning to relax and to let it happen, and learning to still stay stabilized in your spirituality, while at the same token, like needing to not be, you know, so, you know, delusional, and be really aware of your self-conscious or self, you know, unaware parts of yourself that you need to be aware of in order to make your dreams true. You have to, you know, quit that drug now. You got to go to counseling now. You got to clear that energy now in order to make some of these dreams really come true. You got to let go of some karma in order to move through. So this is a great time for karmic removal, ascension symptoms, healing. I talk about that in my horoscope video that you can download, and I did do a video on it. It's on my YouTube. Anyways, you could get my daily videos and subscribe at leoking.lookstack.com/landing, or you can get it on the Apple and Android stores. It's doing awesome. I do a daily horoscope, do weekly tarot, do weekly intuitive, do sun sign horoscopes. It's all on the app with daily push notifications. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but literally every day at different times, I tell you what's going on your cell phone, and it's so awesome. I appreciate the support, everybody. Yes, Leo King Studios is getting there, and spiritual dance music is coming back stronger than ever. This is just the in studio. I actually have in the green screen room, this wheel's in there, and we do the live show. And I've got the most bitchin' green screen studio being built right now for all new content. I got a new live show that's going to be coming out. I got to get it done before Mercury retrograde, but I'm taking my time. Anyways, a new positive news show and all this fun stuff coming out. But thank you so much for all the support. I am with you. I'm sending you all of my love. And let's just say a prayer that I pray that this week offers you nothing but love and light and guidance from your angels and guides, and from God and Source above. That Creator is here to guide you in your ultimate love, and that love and light shower your life right now and bring you the peace that you need. And I think the ultimate message at the last degrees of this North Node in Libra is finalizing your relationship aspects, letting go of old parts of yourself, your old ego, so you can be better in a partnership, but more importantly, so you can find the peace in your life that you're looking for. We'll talk about that more next week when we get much more intense in the astrology. It will be intense this week, but I guarantee you, you're going to see more of the intensity in the weeks to come. Thanks so much, and I will see you on the next Uncut.